share your thoughts,
Okay.
Sydney?
You know what's so attractive about
I've seen this.
Because a lot of these dudes talk about fertility and looks and stuff. I don't actually think it's that. I think that in the modern world, in the days
looks
of
like
old, right, you meet a
Beetlejuice.
woman, you get married, you be together, whatever. In the modern world, if I meet a girl who's 33 and single, I know the amount of that's been through her before me is just simply unattractive. I don't care how nice you are, but you're 33 years old. How many men have fun? If I got a 19-year-old girl, I might be her second or third man, right? I'm going to be dude number 29, and all the trauma and heartbreak and bullshit they put you through, you're going to try and bring to my door? Like, well, my last man cheated. I don't give a Like, I don't care. Like, why is that my problem? So if you pick up older women, you have to accept they've been on the carousel longer. They've had more rides, more spins. I don't want that shit. When I see a beautiful young woman, I know that she has a very low body count, and also but the truth is this: women's mentality is absolutely connected to sex. If a woman sleeps with a bunch of men, it's harder to penetrate her mind and make her fall in love with you. It is unattractive too. And it's unattractive. But if she's had 30 dudes inside of her, she really gonna think, you know what, this guy's so special, or she's gonna think, you know what, he talked to me rude, I'll just go get a new guy. Whereas if a woman's only been with a few guys, she's much more likely to fall in love with you, be a better partner. So the likelihood of her falling completely in love with you,
like
staying loyal to you, and really believing you're the only man for her, after being through so much trauma and so many men, and sleeping with so many dudes, and having her heart broken, and having those memories of her ex, and all that crap she's been through, is far less likely than meeting a nice, young, beautiful girl who hasn't been with many men, and she goes, you know what, this is the guy, I like him. Every woman who knows this, every man who watches this can be honest. Women fall in love with the person they lose their virginity to, or their second or third guy, they really remember them, they really love them. Any woman who slept with 50 dudes, she doesn't even remember who most of them are, she doesn't care. If a woman slept with a bunch of men before you, she's less likely to stick it out through a difficult period in a relationship, she's more likely to just think, you know what, the new answer is That's a pretty good answer. And that's the truth. Let me make something clear. If I meet a beautiful 30-year-old woman, I'm not saying I won't sleep with her.
That's pretty fucking old.
Yeah, 30.
I know.
What are you, crazy?
There's been times I was drunk.
Yeah.
That's dedicated to the girl who flaked because I like Andrew Tate. Okay.
I fucking hate Andrew
Reaction
Tate.
to the video, please.
I think he's absolutely...
Hold on, let's start from here. Or actually, you go first. Go ahead.
I think he's deluded. I think that he has never, had a woman, in his life.
Okay, ad hominem and attack. Address his argument.
Address his argument
Okay, if you want to just talk shit about him,
Yeah,
I guess that's
can I
okay.
please just talk shit about Andrew Tate?
Okay.
Please.
Let's
Thank
hear
you
it.
so
Let it
much.
rip.
I don't want to be
Let it
strategic with
Let it rip.
what he said and shit. I think he's absolutely stupid, deluded. I think he's never had a strong woman in his life, or he has, but he ran away because he was too scared to actually listen to her, because he's so about himself that he can't even open up his eyes and take a look at how he is.
Would you date him?
Fuck no. Never. I'd rather kill myself.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I agree.
You
Point blank.
You said you
Period.
hate him.
I absolutely do. I think that he's just disgusting.
Into the
All
microphone.
of his views are, and I think that when he says he wants a young pure woman, it's how old are you, bro?
35.
How are you not understanding the fact that people have been through experiences, and when a young woman who is pure, that just makes you sound weird. It makes you sound like you're a pedophile, and
Such a classic attack.
it does.
pedo
Young and
attack?
pure.
Yeah, it's
Young
such
and
a
pure. What
classic
do you
attack.
want? Young and pure. That's
What he wants is a
Young and
woman
pure, young,
without baggage.
young.
Yeah. Women without
Doesn't
baggage.
he have baggage? That's what I was gonna
What's
say.
wrong
So
with him?
he's
With a bunch of
perfect. He's
women.
pure, and
No,
he
he's not.
has never been touched.
Okay,
and he wants a girl like
I
that.
just want to address the...
It doesn't make
Do
sense.
you understand? Do you know what I mean by baggage?
Yeah, he has a lot of. Well, we have a lot of stuff we've been fucked over with guys. So we hold that baggage, and we hold those that.
Okay, I just got to come in here really quick. I got to challenge the P word accusation. Men who are attracted to women, young women, men who are attracted to young women are not P words.
okay.
You realize this was the standard throughout almost all of human history.
I don't even care. He's just delusional.
That should have never been a standard.
What do you want to say, Sydney?
Okay, so I've seen Andrew Tate before. The guys that I live with, they're I don't live with them, but we all live in the same apartment complex, and a couple of them they preach Andrew Tate, right? And so they were like,
He says a lot of really wise things.
so here's the thing.
He's a smart dude.
Dumb.
So listen to me.
No.
So I have.
He's got some smarts.
I
No,
just
she
actually
said,
recently.
She said he's dumb, and I'm
listen,
saying no, he's
listen,
not.
Listen.
He
So
has
I
like a
found out.
150 IQ. Like
Chase.
he's
He's
extremely
intelligent.
and extremely
Chase.
wise.
Chase.
He is. Go ahead. Sorry, Sydney.
Okay, so I think so I actually recently just found out about Andrew Tate like last month, maybe like 3 weeks ago, and I watched a couple of videos, and there were some videos that I was like fully on the same page with him, and I was shocked that I was on the same page because I heard like all this shit like, oh my god, he's like an asshole, you know, like whatever, like he's misogynistic and all this other shit, and I like when it came to the videos about him talking about like, okay, like if I'm gonna take you out to dinner, if I'm gonna buy all the shit for you, if I'm gonna take care of you, you know, if I'm gonna pick your up, like if you're in a shitty situation and you don't do shit around the house, if you're not gonna clean, if you're not gonna like help like cook, like anything like that, like fuck you, like I don't want you in my life, right?
2 coffees.
What?
I think his thing is 2 coffees, but go ahead.
What in the morning or something? That's like his thing.
Continue,
Okay.
Sydney, please.
Continue.
All right, like those are things that I agree with 100%. Like I think that he has a lot to say. I don't think he can speak on behalf of all women per se because nobody can. But I think that he has some points. I think there are also some points that, you know, like I do take offense to because like sometimes I can like put myself, like I do have baggage for sure, you know, so like sometimes I feel like I'm being called out, but like I also have to like accept that, you know, like if I have like baggage, like I got to deal with that shit before I put it onto somebody else.
Yeah.
Sydney, I tip my hat to you. Let me shake your hand. You are one of the most based.
Sweaty.
You are one of the most based women I've spoken to in a while.
What is
Guys, if you guys in the chat think Sydney's base, type base Sydney in all caps.
Can I ask what
please.
base means?
It means fuck.
Oh,
How would you?
I just down.
Like
not down
your
to earth,
opinions are
but-
good. You like know the truth and you like see through the bullshit of the world.
You're red
Say
pilled.
how it is.
You're red pilled.
You're red pilled.
You say how it is and you recognize the truth that's hidden behind the layers of bullshit in the
I
world.
try to stay grounded. I try not to argue with too many people.
You're not a sheep.
Like
He
if
lost us.
if someone says you have a based take, it means you see through like all of the layers and you see the golden thread of truth.
Interesting.
Thick Sydney, based as fuck. Based Sydney, based. She's thick. Okay.
Cool.
I bet. Watch.
Okay.
Give it time. I bet a bunch more will come.
Allison, what is your reaction to the video?
I think it's just very like double standard because he's saying like we're not allowed to have a previous life before him and we're not allowed to have like all this stuff, but I know for a fact he's not perfect and he reacts in certain ways due to trauma and stuff like that, and that's baggage. But he in his eyes he's allowed to have all of that, but his girl, no. Definitely not. I don't want to deal with it. I have my own stuff to deal with. That's what he's doing in his head.
Is it fair to say that men and women value different things in the partner?
Yes, but I also saw a comment that said guys hide their baggage while girls let guys see it. And I also agree with that. I feel like guys sometimes never show their baggage. Like even in a long relationship, like they won't even show it, and they seem like they don't because they want to be like the strong man, like they don't want to seem like they have any like trauma or anything, and so that's also a thing. But girls will just show it because they want their like man to be there for them and like understand it. But I feel like he's just saying like I am perfect, so my girl has to be perfect too. But he's not perfect.
I don't know if that's exactly what he's saying, but I mean, his main thing is about body count. And I'm sure Andrew Tate's got a triple-digit body count, most likely.
How many women do you think Andrew Tate slept with?
So
Triple
many.
digit.
Triple,
So
for
many.
sure.
200,
For sure.
300,
Yeah.
400.
So why is it
In
a
the
problem for the
hundreds.
girls, but it's not a problem for him?
Well, their
It's different.
body count.
How? How?
Do you want?
And then there's the
key-
fertility.
A key
Oh, this
that can
one.
unlock every lock is a master
You're gonna
key.
give me a. Okay.
Hold on. A key that can unlock every lock is a master key, but a lock that can be unlocked by every key is a shitty lock. Okay.
So you're a key and I'm a lock.
Basically,
It's
yeah.
an-
It's
yeah,
an,
basically, yeah.
an analogy. I don't know if you've heard of
The
those.
point.
I went to UCSB.
the
I know
reason-
what an analogy is.
The reason I know the reason why. Do you understand why that analogy exists though?
Yeah, but that doesn't
Like
make sense.
and why? I know it's a double standard, but do you know why the double standard exists?
Why?
Why male body count and female body count?
No,
is
I don't
so
know
different?
why. That's why I asked why.
Okay, so we've made this point several times on the past few podcasts. So basically, it's like this: you're an attractive woman, okay? If you opened up your Tinder app tonight, you could get laid by the end of the night. Super easy for you to do that, okay? All
If she
four of you
wants
girls right now, I bet there's probably 10,000 dudes in Santa Barbara that would sleep with you guys tonight. Given
But
the
we don't want to
opportunity.
sleep with them.
I understand you don't give a fuck, but I'm making a point here, okay? The point is that for girls, having sex is a very easy thing, okay? For guys, it's a much more challenging thing.
You know what I've
more
heard?
You know what I've
challenging.
heard, actually?
My point.
You know what
Because
I've
we have
heard?
more options. So if our number is big, and your number is big, but you have no options, that means you're even going more out of your way to sleep with more people. We're just there. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Sydney, you wanted to come
This
in?
is something that I heard
This
that
is
kind of
complex.
stuck with
I
me.
hear what you're
just
saying.
slipped
A
my-
guy told me this,
Okay.
right? A girl didn't tell me this. A guy told me this. So before everyone comes at me, guys get what they can, girls get what they want.
Yep.
That's what I heard, and I don't
It's
know if
true.
you guys agree with that.
true.
But
Women,
I think it's fucked up.
yeah, women sleep with who they want, men sleep with who they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
true.
If
so
women,
why
if
are we not
women
judging
could,
you?
well, if women slept with who
Why
they
aren't-
who
why
they
aren't- why
could,
aren't you
their body
judging
counts
men?
would be
Shouldn't
insane.
matter.
Their body counts would be insane. If women were just
Exactly.
sleeping with who they could, it'd be insane. It's
Ex-
the same. It
exactly.
doesn't
Well,
go.
we
So
could
we
if we
keep
wanted
it-
to.
Yeah,
You could.
And
Yeah.
it's not like
That's-
as guys,
that's what he-
as
the-
guys, we value that even though you could if you wanted to, you don't.
Yeah, but you
We value
guys do.
that.
That's the
But
point.
then you
of-
guys do, and you can't.
I don't. My body count is
Well,
7.
I'm not exactly like saying
But if you were a
you
girl-
do.
Wouldn't it be way higher?
But that's just
Why-
exactly
why
what
would,
we
why would my
preach.
body count be way higher if I was a girl?
You guys just preached like guys get what
I
they
could- I
can,
could-
girls get what they want, whatever.
We're saying as guys, we value when a woman's body count is lower because she could have sex with a million guys,
she
but when they
chooses not to.
choose not to, that's awesome because that means she hasn't shared her body with the entire world. We
I
like
get
that as
it.
guys.
But then you're the complete opposite, and you're getting a
Yeah.
girl that's so like, oh my god, I want to save myself, and then you're getting a guy that literally couldn't get anything but went out there and tried super hard to get a whole body count. Do you see what I'm saying?
No.
Nope.
What are you saying?
Do you guys get what I'm saying?
Yes, I
Nope.
do.
Thank
What's
you.
she saying? What's she saying?
So it's like she's basically saying that like girls like they have to be like very like kind of pure and like they don't
Into the mic.
Like, they
Can you
can-
scoot the mic closer
They,
to
like,
the other one?
turn people down all the time and they have to be kind of like this pure person, but like for guys it's like they're trying so hard to get a body count, like, and it's like they're coming from the kind of like mental state where they're like trying to get things and the girl is restricting herself from things, so it's like which one is more like which one's more, I don't know, like
The double standard, you just
The
said it.
double
You said it
standard
pretty
is
well. The double
insane.
standard. Did you say it's insane?
yeah, it is.
It exists for a reason. It's
No,
It doesn't
yes,
exist
it-
for a reason.
I'm
I
not
don't
saying.
really-
I'm not saying I agree with.
I don't agree with
I'm not
it
saying
at
I agree
all.
with the idea that
'Cause
like
it's like, why
it's
does
okay
that make
for a guy
sense?
to have a high
Why
body
does that
count.
make sense?
the reason doesn't make sense to us is what we're
Wait,
saying.
keep the
Why?
mic there.
How does it not
Why
make
does it have to be
sense?
there?
It's how does
by
it
your
not make sense?
explanation, you're validating my opinion, not yours.
How? You're saying it doesn't make sense, and I'm saying it does make sense. How am I validating your opinion?
Because by your opinion, you're saying if we were just standing there, you and me, there would be 20 guys coming up to me, and I say no, and there would be like no one coming up to you.
Yeah.
You're going and looking for sex and people.
I don't go and look for sex.
Okay,
But
in general, like you're talking about us, men are going and looking for sex. So they're looking for that. So it's like they have a higher body count, but they had to search for that. We just have a normal count, and we're not searching for it.
What do you
we're
mean
not-
normal
we're not
account?
talking-
What
We're
do
not
you
talking
mean?
about. We're not talking about normal counts. We're not talking about normal counts. We're talking about high body counts, and the double standard between a high body count between a man and a woman.
Okay, I'm good.
I'll tell you why body count matters. I'll give you a couple
You're
reasons.
not getting what I'm saying.
I'll give you a couple reasons why body count matters and why men value it. And I think this can go both ways. By the way, guys, just
We're lost in the rabbit hole
Yeah.
again.
Always
just
this
gonna go-
topic is always
know,
something
man.
we get
I'ma
lost.
just
Well,
go
there's
over
something
it.
deep here. There's
I'm gonna
something.
just
Yeah,
go over it
it's
really
just not
quick.
simple.
I'm gonna go over it really quick, guys. So, okay. And by the way, women can have this standard too. If a woman wanted a guy that did not sleep with a lot of men, that's totally fine. Women can have the standard too. So one of the reasons, big reason, men like a low body count is, bro, we gotta hide the chat. These chicks are just too on.
Let me
Okay.
just make it clear
What?
to you.
Beating the dead horse.
Yeah.
Let me just make it clear
You wanna
to
go
you.
to the
I was never
I wanna
saying
go
that
to
I think a
Dorgan's
high
right
body
now.
count for a guy is good or okay. This is like, I don't think dudes should just be running through chicks.
Mm-hmm.
And like, when I was younger, like I had a buddy, he had slept with like 100 chicks by the time he was like 22. And I was like, damn, bro. And I, like, part of me thought he was cool, but also part of me was like, that's pretty gross. Because, I mean, do you understand why a guy might think that though? It takes, you have to be like a stud to have a high body count as a guy.
As a woman, you just have to show up.
You literally, I said this last podcast. As a woman, if you want a high body count, all you have to do is open your legs. There's a million dudes that'll line up. If you're a guy, it's not the same.
Okay, we'll ask this. Has a guy ever made you wait for sex?
Wait.
Has a guy ever made you wait for sex?
Yes.
Wait. Like long distance wise?
No, like
no.
Oh,
like
yes.
before you guys
Yes.
could.
No.
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like we're speaking different languages.
Well, because I don't know. It could be waiting in one way and waiting in another. Like
Well, you
Okay.
said yes.
that's not.
Yes.
I'll just
wrong.
rapid fire just say
That's-
the reasons
that's
why
right.
body count matters really quick.
A
and
man
then we'll
making a
move on.
woman wait for sex.
Made her
All right.
wait.
It's late.
I know.
Yeah,
For
we'll
sex.
wrap up. Yeah. So okay, STDs. If
Unplug
she
the
slept, well, I've just gotta get through it real quick.
It was really just like
What?
the nail
Out of
on the head.
pocket.
Just like that.
What? How,
he's
we're,
just saying all of them.
we're talking about body count. Okay, STDs. Someone who has a higher body count, who's had more sexual partners, is more likely to have an STD.
Yeah.
Okay.
For both.
So that's a perfectly reasonable reason why
Same
both a
with
man or a
guys.
woman would want a partner with a low body count. Also, if you have a higher body count, you're more likely to, it's harder for you to pair bond with someone. After your 100th partner, are you going to fall as madly into love with this person? This is number 101 versus your first or second or third person. It's just next one up.
This applies
Next
to
person.
guys too.
It applies to guys too. I do think it has a slightly bigger impact on women. But
Dog, I got a message.
100%.
I got a message from somebody who watched our last episode that we did, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
He's a born again Christian now, but prior to becoming a Christian, he had slept with over 150 women.
Mm-hmm.
He told me, Sydney's eyes went wide when I said that. He told me that it's like so hard for him to like build an intimate connection with women through sex now.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
Because
like,
he's used
You mean
it as
without
kind of
sex?
like
and it's
whatever.
just you
kind of like whatever.
if you have a bunch of casual sex, you start removing the intimacy from sex. It's to you. It's just you're rewiring your brain. Those pathways are set. So you're going after your short-term pleasure seeking when you're just seeking casual sex. What?
Can we all be?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm reading.
The
top one's so funny, dude.
Oh my god.
Which one?
I know it's not true. Simple misunderstanding.
It's such a good
That's
roast.
messed up.
It's such a good roast. You have to give props to who said it.